So in this video I'm gonna talk about the different option you got for actually removing rust and actually installing your panels. So as you can see, I'm actually sandblasting today. You got different option you can do with the sandblast. I just have a small sandblast, so it's a really cheap one, $10, but you need a compressor. So if you don't have any compressor, you can use a grinder and actually grind it off, or some people will go old-fashioned and just sand it by hand. I'll say you don't need a compressor. It's really up to you. Really depends what you want to do. If it's only a small patch, this is a big work, right? But if it's only like a small corner or something really small, don't waste your money on buying a compressor and everything. You can actually do it with just a cheap grinder. You can buy a grinder in special for 15 bucks, 20 bucks, and a grinder is useful. You can actually cut off the rocker, or you can actually buy a large disc and actually clean the whole surface with it. So it's a multi-purpose. So what everything's gonna come to once you clean your rust will be how you install the new panel, the new section that you're replacing. Well, you got options. There is the welding. You just buy a welder. It's like you can buy a cheap one, a really small MIG, for I don't know, $250, $300. There's actually really good MIGs second-hand that you can actually get for the same price. So it's up to you. You can buy a brand new cheap one. It'll still do the job. It's fine. Later on I'll do a video about the welding. And so you got the option of welding. There's two other options. There is the classic old pop rivet that I really hate. So you need a drill, and you actually drill holes on both the new part and the old part. You align them and you just put pop rivets and you fill with Bono. The problem with that, I really don't like that. It's because with time, depending on if you like, this is a 4x4, so if I'm going mudding and stuff like that, it will actually start working, like the panel itself will start moving. Sometimes the pop rivets can pop, or actually the Bono is going to crack. Not too fond of that. So it's the cheap and quick way, but you need a pop rivet gun and you need some pop rivet. So what I suggest, and when I was working in bodywork for a company a few years back, we had the panel adhesive. A panel adhesive is actually urethane adhesive. So what you do, you got your new panel, you do a line of your adhesive on both parts, on the new part and the old one. You stick it together, you put some at the bottom too, and you need to clamp or tape the part in place for at least 12 to 24 hours. What will happen after that? After that 24 hours, you'll remove that tape and clamps or whatever you installed, and the part's gonna stay there. It is reliable at 100%. Just make sure your metal is clean, and that adhesive will actually prevent from having to weld or anything at all. And you don't need any really tools for that. So the only thing you need if you use the adhesive is a grinder to cut off the new part you want to replace, or the patch, or you can buy, like I did, a 4x4 piece of metal and actually cut the section you need, put the adhesive and stick it up there, and you wait 12 to 24 hours. After that you put a Bono around it and it's completely solid. This is a really good option, really cheap option, and it's really useful. So if you guys are interested into that, I think I can put a link for the 3M adhesive. There's a lot of video on YouTube and you can check how people do it, but for me I'm gonna weld. So yeah, good luck and see you on the next video.